I'm not afraid of burning in hell, and and if there are any, for instance, Christians watching the program now, I don't know how many would, but if there were any, ask yourself, if you're a Christian, if you're afraid of burning in a Muslim hell. I bet you're not. I bet you're not losing any sleep about that. And the Muslims aren't worried about burning in your hell either, and the Hindus aren't worried about burning in your hell, and you're not worried about burning in their multiple hells also. So I just go one hell further. It's like God. I go one God further, I go one hell further. I'm not afraid of your hell either. But this is very disturbing to people, because hell gets right to the nub of things, doesn't it? Hell is the stick. Heaven is the carrot. Hell is the stick. And if you take the stick away, well, then the whole project kind of falls apart. And I think religionists instinctively know this. They have to make you scared of hell, or the whole project just falls apart.
So,
sorry.
I feel that people who believe in a hell have a very offensive belief and attitude. So I've been very shocked that national CBS, NBC, ABC have censored the commercial because they don't like that last line. And it seems to me they're kind of blaming the victims. I mean, we're not saying people are going to suffer forever. They are. So why is this offensive?
Well, thank you for saying that, because indeed, what is more offensive? Me saying, I don't happen to believe in an eternal afterlife where I'm tortured, with fire and what have you, or you insisting that that's where I'm going to end up. You insisting that I'm going to burn in hell for all of eternity while, presumably you, stay upstairs and look down on me with some pleasure as you're sipping, vintage champagne or something. Yeah, that's pretty offensive. That's pretty damned offensive. How about the idea that children who didn't happen to be born into a Christian household are going to burn in hell for eternity if they die? That's deeply offensive. That's child abuse, frankly. If you're telling children that if they don't ascribe to your beliefs, that they're going to be, roasting for eternity, tortured for eternity in hell, that's child abuse. That's emotional abuse. How dare you say that to a child? How weak is your belief system that you have to coerce children using fear tactics in order to get them to adopt your beliefs? It's pathetic, frankly.
So as an atheist, though, how do you deal with the question about the fear of death? We're not going to be here forever. We're going to die, and what happens after you die? Aren't you kind of afraid of that?
Well, one of the alarming things is there are specific ways in which it's alarming. The interference with women's health care, for instance, these freedom for religion rules which allow people to not serve customers in various places because they don't like their lack of religious belief, their lifestyles, whatever. But religion, by its nature, most religions anyway, by their very natures, are authoritarian. And you'll notice in many cases, perhaps all cases, when these questions arise, abortion would be the obvious case, there's only one side trying to tell the other side what to do. There's the anti-abortion side, for instance, and there's the pro-choice side. The pro-choice side is simply saying, this is a question that we cannot legislate. This is something for an individual's conscience. You must decide this for yourself, and you are free to do so under most circumstances. There are some limitations, of course, which seem reasonable. But the religionist does not say that. They say, we know the answer, we know it is right, and you must ascribe to our beliefs around this. You cannot do this, or you must do that. It is not your choice. And those are two fundamentally different outlooks on life and humanity.